Hi, everybody. How are you? I know you're probably all still asleep right now. It's 2 in the morning where I am. You're probably wondering, well, what in the world are you doing up at 2 in the morning? Well, I couldn't sleep. So I did check out to see if Chantal had done anything, and she did a live called Thailand Coffee. So let me just properly set the stage for everybody. So Chantal's in Thailand, as you all know, and it looks like to be a rainy day in Thailand for this stream. And she's in a coffee shop all by herself. Salah is not there. And so she's sitting in a coffee shop doing a live chat, essentially talking to herself around other people. You don't see them, but you can hear them. I have so many questions. I have questions like, Chantal, this is supposed to be your first outing with Salah. You guys are supposed to be a happily married couple. And this trip is supposed to function as a sort of honeymoon of sorts. And yet, despite the fact that soon you'll be going home to either Canada or Kuwait, whatever the case might be, I would think that if your vacation time is coming to a close, that you and Salah would want to do everything you could do in Thailand before you leave, or just spend some romantic moments. I mean, it's a rainy day in Thailand. Why not spend the day inside the room with him? Cuddle up with him because you have said you like to be cuddled. But where are you? You're at a coffee shop by yourself and he's modding your chat. Like this sounds so incredibly romantic. you know, it's moments like this that the more she tells all of us how much that Salah loves her, when things like this happen, the more it makes you laugh. Because what you say and what you do are two different things, Chantal. But anyway, in this stream, she goes on about different things, and I'm just going to give my thoughts, feelings, and opinions on them. And I encourage those of you in my comment section to, if you got something to say, leave a comment. Would love to hear from you. So why don't we just bring up our lady, and I do use that term loosely for Chantal, the term lady for her very, very loosely. Let's just bring her up and let her just start blabbing as she does, okay? Let's just do that. All right. Oops. There we go. So there's Chantal. And there she is. There she is wearing clothing we've seen 100 times before while she's been in Thailand, like the same outfits over and over. But you know what? Somebody addresses that in a chat, so I'll give my thoughts when we get there. So let's get to, shall we?
It's 3 a.m. Lizzie, I know. Sorry, guys.
By the way, guys, she is in a coffee shop. It is raining outside, and you do hear traffic outside the window. So it may get a bit noisy from time to time, but there's really nothing I can do about that. Just thought I'd give those of you that wear headphones or earbuds a warning. So if the audio gets a bit muddy, it's because of where she's at.
Times where I can go live are weird. Sometimes, hi, yes, I'm lovely. Hello.
It's amazing. In her eating videos, the audio is way too loud because she's got the microphone so close to her mouth. But in this instance, where she needs the audio to be louder, it's actually softer. So it's like when we need the audio to be louder, it's not loud. But in moments we don't want to be loud, it's too loud.
I can't put bees in my titles anymore. I'm not sure. I think they flagged beesing. I don't know.
Oh, did you guys catch that? Did you catch that? So Chantal just said that when she does her live streams or her videos, that I guess YouTube has red flagged the term bees. And we all know that she loves to use the word bees. But I guess YouTube is caught on to the fact that she uses the word bees to describe behaviors that are against the terms of service. And so if they see bees in the title, they'll basically flag it. And what that means is if there's anything in a title, in a thumbnail, or in the video itself that goes against the terms of service or it's not advertiser friendly, what they'll do is either take away the monetization of a live chat or a video altogether, or they'll put limited ads, which means limited monetization. So YouTube, I guess, has flagged that word bees, so she can't do it anymore. Well, it took them long enough to catch on to you, Chantal, and they took their time about it. So, oh well, I guess you have to actually be creative with your titles and your thumbnails and all that. You can't use the same word over and over. Poor you.
So I'm just being careful. It's only 7 p.m. there. I'm like alone in this entire cafe. I'm at a like popular coffee chain here. It's kind of like a Starbucks, and I thought I would try it. There's like one on every corner. I have a mocha. They did some nice design with the foam, and there's like chocolate sauce in it, and the coffee flavor is amazing. Honestly, best coffee I've had here yet. Thank you, Trippy Happy. I hope you too.
You know, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy over here, but I would just feel awkward doing a live stream in a coffee shop. She's not even like a little corner booth or something away from everybody else. I don't know how big that place is, but just imagine the outside view. Like you're someone, you're part of the staff of the coffee shop, and here's this person in the coffee shop essentially talking to themselves with their phone. Can you imagine what the staff was doing, like across the room, like watching this weird looking lady just talking to herself on her phone? Yeah, that has to look odd.
Aaron, I'm just in a coffee shop. Coffee beezing. Why my alarm handy? Well, someone's gonna meet up with me after, and I don't know. Sometimes we don't do things alone very often. So it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for a coffee and
Wait, what? What was that? You and Salah don't do things together alone very often, but I thought you guys are a married couple. So you pretty much confirmed what we already knew, that all the interactions that you and Salah have happen in front of the camera, but off camera, you guys aren't that close. But we knew that, didn't we, y'all? We knew. I mean, you can tell by the energy between those two. There's no chemistry. It's a business deal. She's just playing house with Salah. You know, the agreement was that he would act like he cares on camera. He might hold her hand or pinch her cheek. But when the camera's turned off, it's like, you go your way, I go mine. And don't bother me until the next live stream or the next video.
yeah. So I was at the hotel right now. Too many crowded. I wish you used the microphone. And I know I forgot the microphone. He's on his date with the fountain lady.
You know, Salah, I don't like you. I really don't like you. But if you guys are trying to give each other space, like you're going to the coffee shop just to be by yourself, and he's at the hotel to be by himself, why not give him the complete day off? If you want to do a live stream, have your other mods take over. Let him just do his own thing. Because even when he's not physically there, you make sure that he's modding the chat. So what? He's not going off into a red room, talking to other women. Even if you do that, Chantal, as I've said before in other videos, if a man wants to be with a woman or a woman wants to be with a man, they will find a time, a place, a person, and an opportunity. And there's not a doggone thing you can do about it. So thinking by having him in your chat as your mod is going to stop him from getting down and dirty with somebody? No, 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 it's going to happen if it hasn't already happened. Trust and believe that.
Thanks, Sherry. It's very, very delicious. I've been craving a coffee. craving coffee and fruit this morning. It's morning for us. I slept.
So Salah is saying in the chat, too many crowded. I wish you used the microphone. Yeah, of all the times for her to forget her microphone, she forgot it now when she needs it the most. She'll remember the microphone when she's doing a feedie video, but she won't remember it in a crowded cafe when you need to be heard over the rain and over the noise.
I slept in very late. I went to bed late. Fountain lady saying hi. She was a very attractive fountain lady, I have to say. I know when to give credit when it's due. Pink Pony Club. Oh, I miss you too. Hi, welcome, welcome. You guys are always welcome. Board billing looks delicious. Yeah, it's really like, it is really crowded. Yeah, I forgot my microphone. I'm not used to wearing one for live streams. Hello, King Beezer. There's a cute dog walking by. I gotta look at it. It's a French bulldog. There are motorcycles whizzing around every 5 seconds, but the atmosphere is really like alive and electric. I really like it. I like it.
Sure.
Sometimes it's just nice doing things, just going out for like getting your space from, like we don't have to be together 24/7, which we are mostly, I'd say 26/7.
You're right. If you're a couple, you don't have to be together 24/7. And I know there are lots of happy couples that maybe you guys are together 24/7 and it works for you. And if it does, God bless you. But there are lots of people who are in a couple situation, whether it's married or not married, that it's just healthy to have your space. There's nothing wrong, and it's perfectly healthy to have two people that love each other, but they have their sets of friends they hang out with away from their spouse or their partner. You have activities that you do without your partner, maybe a job, maybe some other social setting. There's nothing wrong with having a life away from your partner, because at the end of the day, you come home and your partner's there and you can tell them what happened in your day, stuff they don't know about. Likewise, they can do the same thing with you. But if you spend 24/7 with your partner, what new thing do you have to tell your partner? They know exactly what you did all day because they were right there. But Chantal, she wants the man right there beside her because she's insecure and jealous. And she's always afraid of some sort of loss. Like, if I don't keep an eye on him, I'm going to lose him. Well, something you should know, Chantal, being suffocating will make you lose a person that much faster. Because if you suck all the oxygen out of the room, they have no choice but to walk out just to take a breath of fresh air. They can't breathe with you. They'll find somewhere else they can breathe.
And so we're not sick of each other or anything. It's just.
Oh, I beg to differ. I think he's plenty sick of you. And if he could get at your money without you being around, he'd take that option. It's just not on the table. Not yet. But you're the big fool over there that you're doing the same thing with Salah that you did with Nader. Not only are you funding this douchebag, but you're showing him the ropes about YouTube. I'm sure he's picking up little tips and tricks about how to live stream, things about microphones, things about a channel. He's picking up things. And he's trying to get himself to a place where he can just function on his own, maybe a little bit without you. He's starting to do live streams more and walk alone by himself. I'm sure it's going to build up his confidence. And who knows, he might just take over the Salah and Chantal channel and leave you far behind. And that's your nightmare, isn't it? A guy that you're attached to, that you're trying to put in a position where he can't escape from you. Your nightmare is for that man to become independent. That's your nightmare. You don't want a man to be independent of you. You want him codependent on you. That's why you've never chosen a partner since Bibi that was independent, because an independent person has a choice. Independent people can look at their partner if the things aren't working and say, it's not working. You go your way, I go my way. This is done. It's a done deal. The men in your life, you don't want them to have a choice. You want them tied completely to you, to where they can't escape. You control men through your money. You pick men on purpose that don't have much money and are in need of funds. You did that with Nader. You're doing that with Salah. This is how you keep a man with you. It's not about that man falling in love with you and looking at you as their ultimate partner. It's about you using the only thing of value that you have, your paycheck, and using it to full advantage.
If I want to go for coffee and he wants to stay in the room, there's no problem with that. I wanted to go for a little walk. Getting back into it, I gotta really pump out some good content for you guys. You can hear.
Well, this isn't good content. Sorry, you failed. You failed. You failed. Sitting in a coffee shop, talking about nothing interesting. We can barely hear you. I give that content a D-. I really do. This is nothing, Chantal. There's no ingenuity here. There's no creativity. You didn't even come to the table with a piece of paper with topics you want to talk about for the next hour. You look towards your chat to tell you what to talk about. And the conversation always drifts to the topic of freaking food. Always.
Hear me very well? Okay, good. Hi, Anissa. Do I plan on buying any clothes? Dixie? I don't think so.
Okay, this is why I'm laughing. So Dixie Babe said in her chat, Foodie Beauty, do you plan on buying any clothes in Thailand? Do you know why I'm giggling? Because that is shade. It's polite shade, but it's still shade. Somebody asking her, are you planning on buying any clothes in Thailand? Translation, Foodie, they're seeing the same outfits over and over and over and over again. Your viewers are sick of seeing the same clothes on your back. They want to see you in something new. That's why I'm giggling. They're saying without saying to you, you wear the same 4 outfits. It's getting repetitive. It's time to switch up your wardrobe. So obviously you did not prepare for your travels. You should have brought a week's worth of outfits with you to Thailand, but you just got like 4 outfits and said, let's go. Let's get on that plane. And you did.
I was looking, but I don't know. I might visit some plus size stores. Apparently, they're very funny here. I know it's like the names of the stores are very funny. Apparently, like they like don't hide the fact that they're plus size clothes, like the fat in the title and stuff. I gotta go check it out. Lizzie, it's
So what's the problem? Is it embarrassment that you have to go to an establishment that has a name that shows that it's a plus size shop? What do you care? What do you care about the name of the shop? Just go in and get something new. It's amazing to me. She's on YouTube and she's got her channel. And she deliberately puts things in the titles of her videos and her live chats that point in the direction of her size. And she will also use tags on her videos that also point in the direction of her size. But she's in Thailand and she's looking around for clothes, and suddenly it's a problem to go to a shop that is geared for larger women. They do that on purpose to let the larger ladies know, hey, we might have something of your size here. So come on in and shop. So the issue is, I don't want to go in a shop that it's for bigger ladies? Is there a sense of shame and embarrassment about that? Just go on in and get yourself some clothes, foodie.
Really, really, really good. Oh, this is compostable. So yeah, they're woke. Environmentally friendly. No, it's really delicious coffee. Jessica. Okay, good. Yeah, it's really yummy coffee, good quality. Hi Angela. Bam, can't believe you're still in Thailand. You're in Kazakhstan? No way. Is it really like what have I heard about Kazakhstan? No.
I'm actually quite surprised that they're still in Thailand. They've been there for what, a month? I would think they could go back to Kuwait and they should have the return tickets. So is it an issue with money? Is it an issue of their visas still have not been renewed? I mean, who knows? Who knows? But I would have thought she just got paid that she'd be on the first flight back to Kuwait because being in Thailand is not the most pleasant experience for her.
No, that's Uzbekistan. How is Kazakhstan? Where is that? Like what country is it close to? You want to try real Thai tea? It's really good, Jessica. Am I gonna get a bite to eat? I'm not really in the mood for like pastries right now.
Not right now. Give it 5 minutes.
Thank you, baby. It's very good. I wish you could try.
Maybe the reason she's not in the mood for the pastries is because she has to go to 7-Eleven and pick up a huge grocery bag of snacks. So after eating all those sweets, maybe she's not in the mood for pastries because she ate a whole bunch of junk food.
Do you want me to get you one? Or you come meet me? How about that? Hi, Mama. Black Hearts. Hello. Good morning. Am I going home to my baby soon? Yeah, soon enough. I have some content I want to do here before I leave for sure. We have some. When I got here, I was like, we were banging out the videos, sanctuary, whatever. But now, like, I'm kind of taking a breather, just enjoying more local things. Kazakhstan is in Central Asia.
Yeah, about that. So something that just kind of slipped my mind with the last react I did, a couple of things that I missed. The first thing I missed was the poutine shop was right next door to dispensary. And the live she did before this one, she was hamburger-eyed. She was obviously hamburger-eyed. Everybody's calling it. Everybody's calling her out for it. She's hamburger-eyed. But another thing that just kind of slipped my mind, because there's so many things to keep up with Chantal. Now, didn't this woman suffer from a huge boil on the inside of her thigh? She did, didn't she? She said that it was a golf ball sized boil. Big wound, right? Had to go to the clinic and for it and everything. Had to have all the stuff taken out and dressed, and the wound's got to be packed, blah, blah, blah. But yet, when she went to the poutine place, she was moving pretty quick across that road. I'm sorry, if you have a golf ball sized boil that had just gotten treated, you wouldn't be able to do that. It would hurt too much, but she was moving with a quickness. So, that's what I love about Chantal. She lies, but then she tells on herself.
Oh, potato face. Baby can use all of the emojis now. Tropical storm. Honestly, with monsoon, if you do not like rain every day, don't come here in monsoon season. It's like, okay, it's actually cloudy right now. It usually starts thunderstorming around 3 or 4. The whole night, the whole day after that, like constant, like lightning is like a normal thing for us now. Like look out the window and lightning show and like constant thunder, heavy rain all night, all night. It rains.
There's no making this woman happy as far as the weather. If it's not too hot, it's too cold. If it's not too cold, it's raining outside, and she doesn't like that. She doesn't like any weather. And when going out in public, there's so many restrictions with that. Wherever she goes, there's got to be freezing air conditioning. There could be nobody else around. Whatever place they go has to be deserted. Like she won't just deal with things as they happen. It's like, I've got to have all these different things going on in order to go out and be part of the world. I've created an environment where there's nobody else there. And it's got to be the exact right temperature and the exact right weather conditions, or forget it. I'm just going to stay in my room and eat. And you want to be a travel vlogger, Chantal? Travel vloggers deal with bad weather all the time, and they just dig their heels in and weather it, you know? Just get out there and get things done.
Every single day. Every day. Underneath Russia and borders China and Mongolia. Cities are very modern, but the countryside is rural, still not used to squat toilet. Is that your first time, Bam? Yeah, I had to use them a couple times. Like, luckily for me, like I can squat pretty easily. Like you saw in my "But I'm Too So" video, I'm able to get down and up. I don't know. That's one thing I can do. Some things I can't, but some things I can. But it takes getting used to doing it at your own pace. Yes. It is 2:15 here, Anissa. Mama, sorry. Hi, Ali. Hi. Raining every day, starting from evening to like late afternoon. You sometimes even super humid rain, shadows, lightning storms, but at least it's intermittent. No, here it's every day.
Hello, it's monsoon season, stupid.
Rain, but not when it's humid. Yeah, because it's so humid, we get a lot of rain, and that's why like Salah yesterday was like some reading a comment, and it's so true. Like because it's so humid and jungle here, that's like because of the rain and everything. That's why they get such nice greenery and like you know. Thanks, Sally. Glad I'm in Texas. Yeah, and it's I like experiencing every kind of landscape. I guess every kind of environment for a short amount of time. Visit Indonesia. There you can eat everything. It's very yes, Ashley. Indonesia and Malaysia are Muslim countries. Yes.
You know, she's complaining about the humidity in Thailand, even though it is wet outside. If she's all about staying cool and staying comfortable, I would think the rain would be the best time for her to go out in Thailand. Yes, there's rain everywhere. Yes, you're going to get wet. But if you don't like the humidity, the rain coming down, that's going to be the coolest time in Thailand. Why not just go out in the rain? Put on a raincoat and deal with it.
Happy. Thank you. Yeah, I have no complaints. I mean, you know, life it will never be perfect, and I've just decided to live with that and be happy anyway. When I finished my walking live last night at the park, the rain started so strong. You're always getting you. It's perfect for us because we come from Kuwait, right? I've lived there for a while now. I've been there for a while, and like it's desert. And in the summer, the amount of rain, I don't even.
I don't want to hear this. I really don't want to hear you complain about the weather in other countries, whether it's Kuwait or Thailand or Canada. I don't want to hear it. I'm bored with it. I'm so bored with you complaining about the weather. How can you complain about a situation you put yourself in, Chantal? Before you went to Kuwait the first time, your viewers told you it is hot. They said Kuwait is desert heat, Chantal. I don't know if you want to go over there. In the summertime, it can reach well over 100 degrees. Everybody warned you. And then when you popped up in Thailand, everybody told you about the humidity. So everybody warned you. You didn't want to hear it. You just wanted the bragging rights of saying, look at me, I'm in Thailand. Look at me, I'm in Kuwait. Where's your vacation? Well, you're supposed to be on vacation, but you've not been enjoying it very much, have you? You did a little bit of content going out, but now you basically just decided to sit in the room and wait for the moment to get back on the plane.
I think it's rained maybe like once. I don't even remember the last time it's rained in Kuwait. Yeah. And it's still in the 40s there right now. So I'm actually like, um, you know, the longer trip for us was big part of it was escaping that heat is intense. Like
Okay, hold on a minute. Let's look. I'm in the States and we know Fahrenheit. I'm not really familiar with Celsius. Okay, so Celsius to Fahrenheit. So she said 40. Oh, she said right now over in Kuwait, it's 40 degrees Celsius. That's 104 degrees. Okay, so what's the temperature in, is it Bangkok? Thailand. I think that's where they're at. Oh my God. It's 83 degrees, Chantal. I'm looking at the weather in Thailand right now. Let's see. Today, it was 88 degrees. Tomorrow, it's 94. Monday, it's 95. Tuesday, it's 92. So it's actually cooler in Thailand than it would be in Kuwait. It's 104 degrees in Kuwait. So you want to get back to Kuwait, and it's hotter than in Thailand. So even though the rain might be a pain in the butt to deal with, you're always about the cooler temperatures. I don't know why you're racing back to Kuwait with it being as hot as it is, but hey, what do I know? You're going to go from like the tropical climate to being in a climate where you're going to bake all over again. And I love that for you.
keep my suffering to myself a lot, but I was suffering. Creepy crime. Your break from work. Oh my gosh. You work the graveyard shift. Well, hello. I'm having a debate with my partner. Shrimp is halal. Ariel, there's some scholars that say that all things from the sea are halal. Um, some say no, but I eat it. I eat seafood. They serve it in Kuwait, so to me, it's an Islamic country. So, you know, hi Shannon, hi. You want to go to South Africa? Yeah, we are gonna do.
It's funny that she's talking about halal food, and I eat nothing but halal food. But while in Thailand, there's been more than one occasion where she ate things that were completely haram. The pizza that she ate was not halal, and she ate a bunch of hot dogs. But even if she did eat halal food, gluttony is haram. Excessive eating is haram. And she's a glutton. And she's using her channel to cater to the feedy people, making content almost exclusively for them. And lately, I've had some people come on my channel, people I've never seen before, trying to jump in the comments, coming at me for saying things about her content. Let me tell you something. I've said it before, and I will say it again. I am not okay, and I will never be okay with someone who uses their channel to look for people to keep an addiction or an obsession going. Something that is ruining their life, something that is ruining their health. I'm not okay with it. I don't make a lot of money doing this, okay? This is not money driven. It's not about greed. It's about speaking up on what's wrong. And so I do. That's my reason for doing it. But anybody trying to come over here and defend Chantal, save your breath. Not hearing you. Not hearing you. I'm here doing my react for the people who want to hear it. And if you don't want to hear it, hey, exercise your right to freedom and choose another channel to watch. But this one, getting on camera and being a glutton, not okay. It's not okay for her, and it's not okay for anybody watching her. Because there's a lot of people that get on YouTube and they might look at her channel and wonder, is this what you have to do to get a big channel? Maybe I should follow in her footsteps. To those people who might be thinking that this is the way you make a bunch of money on YouTube, no, it ain't. She might be making a little bit of money, but at the cost of her health. And health is something you should value. That's part of your true wealth. And you should never sell that for any price. And yet Chantal has sold every bit of her health for a paycheck. And there's going to be consequences for that in the long run. No one should follow in her footsteps. Nobody.
Mecca, for sure, Anissa. Never having rain, I know. That's why Salah loves to go out in the rain, because he loves the rain. And he doesn't get that in Kuwait very often. They out shrimp on pizza and
yeah, you missed out on a fun moment with Salah. If you guys were truly in with each other, and if you weren't so awkward with yourself and ashamed of yourself, just imagine how much fun you would have walking in the rain with your beau. Just for the experience, just for the kicks. Just doing something. I'm walking in the rain. You know, not you, never you. I can't get wet. Oh my God, if water touches my skin. He's in the chat right now probably thinking, oh, so she doesn't like the rain. She doesn't like walking in the rain. Now I know how to get rid of her. I could just take a walk in the rain. She won't follow me. Take notes, Salah.
Morocco. They put shrimp on pizza or no? One sect allows seafood, the other doesn't. Really? What do you think, babe, about seafood? Good night, Jessica. I eat it.
Stop calling him babe.
Okay, if you're in a situation where you don't have much halal food around you, just try to avoid like as much as you can. Like I would start with seafood and then non-halal meat and never pork. Like if you have no halal options around you and you have to eat, that's how.
Chantal, you might as well just throw the whole halal food thing out the window. If you're over there committing gluttony every single time you do a video or a live, you're not really, you know what I'm saying? You keep moving the goalpost. So you're looking for halal food at the same time you're committing gluttony, which is a big no-no. Why even bother?
It kind of goes. Hi, Zena. Hi. How are you? I love haddock. It's so meaty. I work at night and I'm in college during the day. Wow. Good for you. Keeping busy. I loved your road trip vlog, guys. Creepy. It was creepy comfort and crime. Hi, Sandra. Hello. The weather now in Thailand is cloudy and humid. Yeah. Zaina Kifik. I love seafood. Me too.
I don't.
Me too, especially lobster. I just came back from Japan and there's literally everything with pork. I know. No way. No.
You know, that's funny. She talks about, I love lobster. When is the last time you've been able to afford lobster? I mean, there's that famous food video she did with the lobster mac and cheese, but when's the last time we've seen her eat like really pricey food? It's been a while. And the money's getting low. And see what happens when you spend money on a fake companion? If you didn't spend money on that fake companion, that fake husband, you might have your lobster mac and cheese.
Vegetarian options? I guess plain rice with seaweed or something. For me, I would love to go to Japan, but I think more I want to go to Korea. I love Korean food.
She wants to go to Japan, she says. I bet she's done no research about Japan. Have you done any research, Chantal? Mama, if you hate your time in Thailand, you would especially hate it in Japan. And not because it's a bad city. Japan's beautiful, beautiful city. Oh, breathtaking. So much to do. But the Japanese people, they are all about manners. They are all about respect and respecting your elders and acting right. And they do not tolerate any disrespect at all. They will call you out on it. They are very polite people, but they won't tolerate all the grossness and all the rudeness that you bring to their country. And I just can't see you being in Japan, walking down the street, all the beautiful ladies looking on point, because the Japan and the Japanese, they are known for beauty and aesthetics. I'm not saying any other country and people, they're not capable of those things. They are. But it's a city of high fashion, of aesthetics and beauty, and everything is polished and very high tech, and you would stick out like a sore thumb. I can just imagine this scene right now. You trying to walk down the street with Salah, the beautiful ladies there, you wouldn't be able to cope. Your head would explode. Because his head would basically be, he'd be like a bobblehead, his head on a swivel, looking at all the ladies, left and right, left and right, left and right. And they do use the metro system there. They do use the subways. So you don't like the metro subway system in Thailand. Oh, it's 100 times worse in Japan. How are you going to deal with all these things, Chantal?
Or I think they have kimchi. They have a lot of stuff I love. Kimchi fried rice. I could go for that right now.
So she's talking about Japan. And of course, the first thing about Japan that she's interested in is the food. What about anything else in Japan? I'd love to go to Japan. I would love it. Oh, I would enjoy the city. Just walking around, seeing the sights. I would learn some of the language to talk to people if possible. And I would certainly know my manners before I went there. Oh, yeah. Got to have the manners. But I would love to go to Japan just to see Yoshi or Hyde. I love Japanese rock. Love it. They always put on, the rock bands over there always put on a great show. But the first thing she goes to is the food. Always the food. Oh, I have to go to Japan to eat the food. I have to go to Thailand to eat the food. I got to go to Canada to eat the food and Kuwait to eat the food. It's always about the doggone food. And it's not even about local food. It's about, let me try like the McDonald's in Japan or the McDonald's in Thailand. It's, why even bother traveling? Why? Because you're not going to go anywhere. You're just wasting your money.
I want to try to make kimchi. I don't know. I really want to I'm craving to cook. I'm in the mood.
Do you know how to make kimchi? Do you know what is in kimchi? Chantal, you don't like to cook. It's a process to make kimchi. You wouldn't even know how to make it properly.
My kitchen is spotless. I cleaned it before I came here. I'm so happy I did that because I was like, do I want to deep clean or not deep clean and just worry about it when I come back? Because surely there'll be a layer of dust when we come back. We were planning to be away for a while. Honestly.
What is there to clean in her kitchen in the hotel room? She doesn't cook. What are they going to do? Just throw away the takeout containers and put them in the trash? Good for you. You put stuff in the trash can. Good for you. You're doing some adulting now. I'm so proud of you. You want a gold star? Ain't no dishes to wash back in the room. You're not cooking in there. There's nothing to clean up after takeout containers.
Thailand is just affordable. Also, it's just, like I said, getting away from the intense heat of Kuwait. Yeah. Who want to see Tokyo bees? Mm, 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 mm. I'm going to do more of those.
You know, I don't want to wish something as awful as foodie on Japan and the Japanese people, but at the same time, you got to admit it'd be great content to see all of her in Japan trying to cope with being in Japan. That might be fantastic content. She would feel so awkward and out of place. It would be great content. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, Japan. On one side, I don't want to wish all of her awfulness upon your country and your people. You don't deserve that. At the same time, it'd be great content for us over here on YouTube. So I'm kind of in the middle. I'm on the fence about that. But then again, I already know she's never going to make it to Japan. It's very expensive in Japan. So if she's in Thailand and she's complaining and griping about how expensive everything is, can you imagine her in Japan when the price of everything is way up there? She wouldn't know what to do. She wouldn't be able to deal.
So good to see you guys. I'm like, okay, have a good day at work. I guess 2 more because traveling with vlogs are, I love them. Welcome salam, Sandra. Aloha salad. Oh, Japan has kimchi. It's a lot cooler than. Really? No, I'm not. I'm not near the motel right now. Or not at the hotel. I went for a little walk and yeah, went to a cafe around here. Stopped at a cafe. Thought I'm gonna go live. It's really yummy. Love it. When are we going back? In a little while. There's a huge cat cafe in Tokyo. Really? I would love that. I love cats. Shannon, Tokyo Bees. Where's Salah? It's at the hotel. Japan is on my bucket list. Yeah. It's not raining yet, Sandra, but oh, actually, it's not rain on the street. Yeah, it started raining. So I'll be
So while she's sitting here blabbering away, just out of curiosity, I'm checking Playboard. Playboard is a site that logs in all YouTubers as far as the views on their videos and their super chats. And I'm looking at the amount of super chats she got for this live. $10. That's it, $10. And yesterday's revenue was $2. And the last 7 days revenue, $15. So I don't know why you're doing lives anymore, Foodie. You're not making money on them. Is this like just something to do to at least get the view money because you don't want to go out and walk around anymore? Maybe you and Salah have run out of places to visit that were essentially free of people. Like you don't want to go out and do actual content, so you're being lazy about it. Well, this is what happens when you're lazy. You do lives and you're not getting super chats. You're just getting the views like you would a regular video. But go ahead.
it'll be interesting. Um, I don't know why we have to get an umbrella ASAP. We will. Don't worry. But honestly, we like the rain. Like I said, we don't have that.
If you like the rain, then why aren't you out in it? You just sat there and said that Salah doesn't mind the rain. He'll go out in the rain. You're not out in the rain right now. He doesn't care. He doesn't need an umbrella. You might need an umbrella, but he don't need one. You're the one that can't bear to have water touch your skin.
The mate's house. Where's Ariel? Oh, Ariel, there you are. I'm here. Can you hear me? It's very high tech in Japan. Yeah,
Yep.
it would be a really awesome trip, I think. I don't know. When I saw Lost in Translation movie, I was like, that would be me. Oh my gosh, it's pouring rain.
And this big idiot sandwich. So Salah says, umbrella is on the way, babe. Don't worry. I ordered it. Why would you order an umbrella? Are there no umbrellas in Thailand? There's nobody around that sells umbrellas. That is so stupid. In the live that Foodie did before this one, let me just show you how stupid she is. So they went out and got extra luggage, and then she revealed items that she bought for the trip back. And what did she get that she needed extra luggage for? She got a cat bed and she got bath mats. Who does that? Who goes to another country and buys extra luggage to bring home bath mats and a cat scratcher? A big one. Because that's stuff you can get in Kuwait or order from Amazon. Why would you buy that stuff and travel with it? It makes no sense.
But experiencing the culture in Japan would be so amazing. I want to experience every culture.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. You're not going to be able to experience any of the culture if you're avoiding the people in that country. You go out of your way to avoid contact with the people. Just going to a fast food restaurant and getting a meal and finding dead restaurants, that's not experiencing the culture. You're just trying to find little spaces where there's nobody else to film some content, but you're not really immersing yourself in everything and getting the total experience. Hiding yourself away means you're not experiencing the culture. You're not learning very much. You're just showing up, finding a little corner, staying in a little corner, doing as little as you can do, and then leaving.
Like, it's just so, I don't know. You experience the world. It's amazing. I don't know. Get a tuk tuk. Yeah, I might. There's always some whizzing by. You just have to kind of. There's always motorcycles too. That seems to be the main mode of transportation here is motorcycles. Like I'm looking out the window, like the streets are narrow, the side streets, okay? There's like a main street in every area, then there's like all little out they're like the size of alleys. And I don't know, you just sometimes within a hair, like we saw a motorbike like hit a woman in the shoulder and she just was like, whatever, that's normal. Like it's really, I'm honestly afraid to get hit sometimes because I take up I'm taking up too much space on the road here.
Well, that's normal.
Very wet. Extremely strong rain, yeah. Hi, Alice. It's pouring. Chocolate.
And you know what, Foodie? This is how stupid you are. You're in Thailand. Yes, it's monsoon season. Don't you have like a little ambiance channel? I believe that you put an ambiance channel together. You're in Thailand. It's monsoon season. You're an idiot. The rain's pouring outside. And if we took you out of the picture, just got you out altogether, like your audio, and you shut up talking, the sound of the rain is actually pretty relaxing. So you're sitting there in a coffee shop, and if you had sat there for just 5 or 10 minutes and filmed some footage, you could have turned that into an ambiance video. Talk about missed opportunity. You're so busy flapping your gums, telling us nothing, that there's other content right outside the window you could have used for your other channel.
I want to stir the chocolate in. Coffee is so good here. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be addicted to it.
What's new?
Babe, you have to try the iced coffee here. You have to. Hi, Tiffany. Yeah, I didn't even know you were blocked. Drivers all over the place, Angela. Yeah. You can hear the rain. I would come to Australia, Sandra. I would love to. Are you going to bees with us if I go? I have a lot of Australian beezers, I think. So, some good iced coffee. I've been in a tuk-tuk a few times, yes. I think in a tuk-tuk, how many? 3 or 4 times now? So, you can hear the rain. I'm loving it. Yeah, it's very peaceful. And it's not like a cold rain, it's like a warmish rain. It's not, I like it. It's always cozy, in like the hotel room. And I've been watching, I stayed up way too late last night. I was supposed to be editing, but I'm addicted to watching short horror films on YouTube. Oh my gosh, like who needs to watch a full Hollywood horror movie anymore? Like there's so many good, talented, unknown movie makers out there. You should just search award-winning horror shorts. So many creepy ones. I was creeped out.
But I thought you were trying to limit the things that you watch that were negative. But here you are watching stuff that contains horror. Make it make sense. Stayed up late last night watching horror movies, which there's nothing wrong with that. But those of you that are beaters coming over here, just take note of that. Because later on in the future, if Chantal comes back and says, I have no time, I'm so busy. That's why I'm not doing great content. I'm so busy. Remember this moment where she's confessing to staying up late and she's not like ultra busy. She's not sleeping. She's just staying up late watching movies. So she's got the time to do other things for the channel. She's just choosing to spend her time in a way that she shouldn't.
Welcome to my house. Oh, Sandra, that's nice. I'm the cutest in the universe. Yeah. Thanks, Tiffany. Any recommendations? Okay. Yes, I can write a list because there's one I watched called Ignore It. That was creepy. I can't remember the names. I'd have to look them up again. How many tooks would a would tuck if a would tuck could tuck? Me, you and your do it. Were you the one who did Howie hamster rap? So excited for the new Exorcist. Me too, actually. 9-2. I want to go see it. We're gonna do a movie here. Um, they have bed movies. City. Maybe from attraction to attraction, but not more than 10 minutes at a time. I mean, it's a bumpy, scary kind of ride. So La loves it. You looked up Ignore one? Oh yeah, it's creepy. Lay in your knickers and watch. Oh, you did me. Yeah, recliners in theaters. No, they have beds, but you gotta wonder. I guess it's like a hotel. They changed the sheets, I'm sure. I don't know. I wouldn't want to lay like a seal in public on a bed watching a movie. Because me, I can't just lay there like this on my back and enjoy the movie. I would suffocate myself. So I have to like, and plus I can't see over my purse, so I have to lay on my side like a seal. And I'm not going to do that in public at a movie theater. It's just not going to happen.
Okay. So you would never go to a movie theater and lay on your side in front of people. But yet you'll have Salah film you in restaurants and shisha lounges, lounged out like a seal. And the videos that you make are viewed by thousands of people. So a public place where not many people are going to see you doing that, that's not okay. But a video on YouTube that you're catering to the feedies, that's perfectly fine. That's okay. I mean, you got very weird perimeters, Chantal. You don't want anybody in real life to see you looking like that, but people on YouTube, and there's a lot more of them, that can see you like that, and that's okay. That's cool.
Tip to roller coaster ride. Oh my gosh. How do you know we're a creepy ghost lady? I know, with her hand on your shoulder, grabbing you. Like, I don't know. You have to, I guess, if you want to live. That would be hard. What kind of movies you watching under the covers and red things? Sandra. Pouring rain. The wires on the streets are kind of scary. I'll show you guys one day. They're like all bunched together. Like I'm like afraid of a fire starting. Get in there and live life. Yeah, Shannon, right? Like suffocating. Any touristy videos? Yes. A lot more to come. Don't worry. There's still a lot of things we have to do. So before leaving here, wear a steel costume so people can just laugh about it. Assalamualaikum, welcome salam, Cool, welcome salam. Come to Vietnam. Oh, Vietnam would be so cool too. Yeah, I would like to go there as well. I have deja vu. Really bad.
There's Salah in the chat saying, we will explore the world just step by step. Well, maybe you can explore the world step by step, but if she keeps going with her eating, she's going to be bedbound. She won't be able to step. I'm telling you, when she gets back to Kuwait, if they let her back in, she's going to park herself on the couch and say, I'm not going anywhere. And she's going to eat like a fiend. And if what she's saying is correct, if the temperature in Kuwait is 104 degrees, Miss Mama's going to stay inside, and that's a perfect excuse not to go anywhere and not to do anything. And the way that Chantal's gaining weight these days, she's gaining a lot of weight very rapidly. I'm telling you, she's right at that tipping point of being bedbound or going to a hospital. So whatever plans you have in your head, Salah, about traveling with her, might want to just put that on the back burner. Once she goes home to Kuwait, it's a done deal. It's a wrap. She won't leave the house for at least 6 months.
I need to go into more shops there. Yes, we will explore the world just step by step. Step by step, baby. Yes, babe. I really want to explore the world. I love it. Actually, I'm getting used to traveling. Like at first, when was it? Like, okay, I kind of got over my fear of traveling after Cuba. Because I was like fat on a plane. That was like my major source of anxiety. And there's ways that you can cope with that. So now that I'm more used to it, I'm drinking an iced mocha. Yes. They have some beautiful fountains in Italy. I bet you like haters were actually like, I bet you Foodie Beauty is jealous of the fountain lady. She's more good looking than Foodie Beauty. I bet you Salah's gonna leave Foodie Beauty for the fountain. The fountain lady's waist is snatched. Any advice for starting YouTube? Oh my gosh. YouTube has changed.
Okay, so this person in chat, Ariel, says, any advice for new creators wanting to start their YouTube account? My advice is don't look at Foodie for good advice. Honestly. Don't look to Foodie as a source of information. Don't look to her for inspiration because there is none. My best advice to anybody who wants to be a creator on YouTube is honestly just do what you love. If you have a passion for it, that's what you should be doing. Like you've got to have some sort of a passion for what you're doing, because Passion is infectious. If you've got a real love or passion for what you do, people will pick up on it and they will get into what you're doing. But if you're coming on YouTube and your main focus of a channel is it's all about the money, it's nothing but the money. You're just tailoring your content, trying to find a way to make a lot of money. People pick up on that too. They'll pick up on the fact that you're talking about something and you're not really interested in it. And they won't sub up to your channel. If you don't love it, then don't do it. And certainly don't fall in Foodie's footsteps, considering that her channel is all about destroying herself and expecting people to pay her for it. Nobody follow in those footsteps, because ain't no paycheck in the world big enough or long enough to warrant destroying your health over.
So much, even since I started. I don't know what to say. I think the key to being a successful YouTuber, obviously, is stay out of any drama, and unless you're a drama channel. And
not this one telling other people. The key to success is stay out of drama. When she looks for drama everywhere she can, she'll go after anybody. Or better yet, she'll have some of her beezers dox people and go after those people for her so that her hands stay clean, so that her channel doesn't get in trouble and it threatens her income. But not this one talking about stay out of drama. When it suits her, she'll talk about the reactors, especially FFG. Always going after Frenchie, always bringing up her name, bringing up Frenchie's name in Thailand when she doesn't have to. Like Frenchie should be like the furthest thing from her mind, but yet she brings her up. Always looking for the drama. And if it weren't for the fact that she's with Salah, and Salah basically muzzles her from going off too much, she would be going off right now, because she knows that makes her money. She knows that for her, drama equals views. Drama equals money. The rages equal money. And Salah, he keeps stepping in her way from making money that way. Her and Salah are literally in each other's way as far as being happy and making money. They're in each other's way. And yet she sticks with him, because it's important to have him there for some reason.
Be consistent and just pump out content.
Not her saying be consistent. Why can't you follow your own advice, Foodie? Practice what you preach. You're not consistent. You are not consistent, ma'am. The only thing you're consistent in is making boring content. And I've got a theory about that. Y'all want to hear my theory? Tell me what y'all think. And this is just based on watching Foodie for the longest. Here's my point of view. I think Foodie, in a lot of respects, she's stupid. But in other respects, as far as being shisty and sneaky and evil, she's smart. Now, back in the Natter days, she used to give Natter a lot of money up front when she got paid. Natter would spend a few days with her and then send her butt home after he got his big lump sum. And then she figured out the smarter thing to do was to give him certain amounts every so often. She would give an amount, he would spend a few days with her, he'd send her home. If he'd want more, he'd have to tolerate her for a few more days. She figured out how to get more time with Natter. So here's Salah. And the lessons that she learned with Natter, she's applying to Salah. So here's my theory. I think Foodie knows that if Salah gets a lot of money in pocket, he will disappear. So she just gives him just enough to keep him around, but not enough that he can take off and do his own thing. So maybe may be part of the reason why her content is so incredibly boring. Yes, she's a boring person, but maybe it's also on purpose to get only so many views and only so many super chats, because by keeping her income to a certain amount, it keeps Salah around longer. And there's less chance of him disappearing into the void, which she's avoiding that like the plague. So make just enough to cover expenses and to keep him around, but not enough to make him wealthy where he'll take off and find somebody else to hook up with. What do you guys think about that?
I don't know. My channel's pretty much, it's been sitting at the same amount of subscribers for a long time, which is a good amount for me.
No, it isn't. Stop telling lies to people. I'm not going to put up with that. Your channel, you keep buying subscribers, Foodie. You go on whatever site and you buy them in batches of 100. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to bust you out right now. We're going to Social Blade. We're going to Social Blade. My channel's been sitting at the same amount for the longest. Yeah, because you keep buying freaking subscribers, Foodie. You keep buying subscribers. It's not because, listen, it's not because your content has gotten extremely interesting and it's made you spike in as far as interest. It's because you're buying subscribers. Look, I'm going to prove it right now. I'm going to prove it. We're on Social Blade. Y'all want to see? I'll show you. So there's her page on Social Blade. Sorry, the page is kind of blown up. All right, so what do we got? Oh, what's this? Oh, y'all look at that. 600 subscribers. 600 subscribers lost. That's down 400%. That's not good numbers. Look over here. This is interesting. 100. Foodie. What's going on with the numbers, girl? All right. So your sub count went up by 600 subscribers in the last month. So even though your content has stayed boring, you got 600 people for what? Yeah, you're spending all your money on fake subs, girl. Cut it out. Over there lying to people. My channel has stayed the same. Then why were you buying subs? Want to explain that? No, I don't think you do. The stupid thing is that you keep the number on your page inflated, but it doesn't translate to more super chats or more views. It just keeps the number on your channel page to a certain amount. That's all it does. You're spending money on a number, but that number is not profitable. But go ahead and do what you want with your money.
So, I don't know. I don't have the best advice. The Hat Man? Oh, okay. I get creeped out by entities. Prepare for drama. Yeah, there might be some. The more known you are, the more there's potential for drama, for sure. Even if there's no drama, really. You just live in your life. Oh, cute, yeah. I have Mickey Mouse noise on. Onesie? Mickey Mouse onesie? Hi, Dorothy. Hi, how are you? I would like to try this drink. Yellow.
You know, and what Foodie said is not entirely true. She just sat there and told everybody the bigger you are as a channel, the more apt into drama you're going to be drawn into. That's not true. That's not entirely true. Hungry Fat Chick, Candy, her channel is twice the size of Foodie's. There's no drama over there. She's a nice person. She doesn't cause any drama. You know, she's over there doing her thing. And notice the reaction channels. We got nothing bad to say about Hungry Fat Chick. Nobody goes after Candy. People go after Chantal not because of her size, because of her personality and the fact that she's offensive and rude and gross. It's not about your body mass. It's about who you are as a person. So she's trying to say you got a big channel. Somebody's going to try to come after you, cause drama. Not entirely true. Maybe it's not about your channel size. Maybe it's about you being a gross, disgusting creature, Chantal.
Come over here. I can pick you up one. Want me to get you one, honey? Honey bunny? I'm craving chicken parmesan and I won't get off my brain until I eat it. Shapeshifters?
Oh, you know, a little side note before I forget. So something that I've noticed with Salah and Chantal, when she does that thing where she's trying to act like, you know, generous Jennifer over there and say, do you want some food? Or do you want me to pick you up something? Little psychology involved with that. And no, I'm not a psychologist, just a train of thought. Here's what's going on, y'all. She's got a problem with food. Everybody knows that. So when she's offering Salah food, or she's saying, you want me to pick you up something? It might be a way for her to alleviate her own guilt of doing something she knows she shouldn't be doing, or to reduce the chance of that person not getting on her case. Does that make sense? Like if she's picking out on junk food, by her saying to that person, do you want some? You want to pick you up some? If they're eating with her, there's less likely of a chance they're going to yell at her. So it's not an act of generosity if she's offering food. It's just trying to pacify the other person or to make that person feel less guilty about what they're doing because they're not doing it alone. If she were all alone, she wouldn't be concerned about who's seeing her and what they think. But if Salah's there, she's going to say, here, you want some food? And if he's eating with her, then he may not say something to her about what she's doing.
Oh, yeah,
I hope that makes sense.
Those are weird.
Like, I don't want you to yell at me, so join me in my gluttony. Or if I'm eating or if I'm drinking something, if I buy you something, I'm pacifying you by acting like I'm nice, but I'm not really being nice. It's just that in this moment, I don't want to eat alone. So for that reason, I want you to join me. Not because I really want you to be here eating with me, but you're here. So you might as well just freaking join me.
I don't know, like reptilian people too. Yeah, born villain. That's not fun. So yeah, every corner you can count on, I guess, this kind of coffee shop and a 7-Eleven. And there's usually weed shops everywhere. I know people notice that in our platoon video. Like, honestly, it's not uncommon. Just driving down the street, you'll see.
You know, this isn't the first time that she's done a video and we saw the green shops. There's been a couple of food vlogs that she did. The camera straight up pan and you can see the green shops. I bet Chantal knows where every green shop is in Thailand. I bet they look that up. And that food vlog that she did, going to the poutine shop, they picked that one on purpose. Just because it was right next to a green store. And of course, she didn't show herself walking out of the shop and down the street. There was a quick jump cut. So, who's to say they didn't go right next door, grab a little something, something, and then start the camera up again? And you pretty much confirmed that, Chantal, when you did the live and you were hamburger-eyed. You weren't sober.
Like a million shots.
And the crazy thing is, when she's hamburger-eyed, she blames it on the rain. Chantal, you're not out in the rain. You're blaming hamburger eyes on the rain. Yet isn't it funny that Salah goes out in the rain, he's fine. But how is it he can be fine, and yet when you go out, you're hamburger-eyed? Make that make sense.
Welcome, Chantal. Yeah. They have a lot of that here. If you're into that, they also have like a restaurant, like restaurants where they make food infused with weed. It's like.
And how do you know all this? How do you know all this information unless you did some research, girl? So not only were you looking up where all the green shops were, but you also found out restaurants that made things with the green, like stuff you could eat. You looked up everything in Thailand, didn't you? All the ways to party. And I'm going to go on record right now for anybody who's interested. You know, I've been watching Chantal a long time. And she's screwing up right now real bad because she's in Thailand. And if her and Salah are partying, which I can pretty much know that they are just by the way they're behaving, but she's getting her body used to a lot of something that she's not had in a long time. And when she goes back to Kuwait, she's going to be without it. And I'm telling you right now, Salah, she's going to be a raging beach because she's doing all these party favors in Thailand. She can't bring them home with her on the plane. And she's going to get back and she's going to be missing those party favors. Do you understand me? She's going to be a raging beach all over the place. And you're going to have to deal with that. She's enjoying herself in Thailand because of the extra party favors, but she can't bring them with her. So she's going to have a week or 2 weeks where she's intolerable. I just want you to know that. It's coming.
We've driven by some places like that too. Haters are just jealous people. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. I think it's human nature to be jealous and envious. You know, obviously. You can't say that you've never been envious of somebody else. But the key to happiness is never comparing. Like just focusing on your own journey, what your own blessings, you know. Not everyone is blessed with the same things. I watched a really good short movie last night. It was called The Neighbor's Window. And spoiler alert, but basically this couple who had kids in like a normal family, but they, you know, their love life wasn't exciting as much anymore. The woman was pregnant, and they were watching the neighbors across from them were, you know, having intimate moments, very exciting intimate moments, and they were like seeing this, and then became addicted to watching this couple's life. They thought it was exciting and everything.
It sounds like a creepy movie. What is she watching? She's watching a movie with neighbors who are acting like peeping Toms. Like, gross. Why would you do that? Watching your neighbors get it on, rude.
And then come to find out at the end, that couple were watching them in return envious of their family life because they couldn't have children. So it was like,
you know, this movie, it sounds like there's a moral to this story. And I think the moral of this story is, you know, don't assume that the grass on the other side of the fence is greener. Don't assume that it's better on the other side of the fence because, you know what? If you water your own grass, it's going to be green too. Don't envy what anybody else has because you can easily make the same for yourself. Like, envy and jealousy are a waste of time. That goes for anything and everybody. Feeling jealousy and envy, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of emotion. Because every person on this planet has the potential to do great things for themselves. And you may look at someone or something and say, that is perfect. And I wish I had that. But you know what? Maybe beneath the surface, it's not so perfect.
Really a really good movie, like making you think, like just be happy with what you were blessed with and what you weren't. Don't worry about it, you know?
But you're not happy with yourself. You're not. You're obviously not happy because you spend all of your time hiding yourself away, Chantal. You hide behind filters. You hide in hotel rooms. You hide yourself from mirrors. You're not living your life out in the open, proud of yourself, comfortable in your own skin. You're very uncomfortable.
Yeah, babe. I hope you guys all get the opportunity to travel if that's what you want to do. Not everybody wants to, you know, and that's fine. Whatever your idea of happiness is. Yeah, I hope you get to do that then, Shannon. Exactly, Allie. That's the perfect attitude. Speaking facts. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I learned that when I reverted to Islam. There's a blue window in the movie. I think me, the blue window, sounds like a David Lynch movie. The blue window, baby. I want to run on the beach in my abaya again. We're all on our own journey, yeah. Shannon. Someone's riding a motorcycle with one arm, the other arm is holding an umbrella. Honestly, getting stuck in the rain on the tuk-tuk was nice. It was fun. Yeah, blue velvet. Did you roll down the hill? No, I have to roll down the hill in my abaya. Who remember what was behind the blue window? That weird orthopedic fiance. I'm only watching clips on TikTok because we don't have cable. I wonder if the hotel has cable. I'm not sure. You know,
Can you imagine, anybody imagine what it'd be like to stay in a motel or a hotel room with foodie? Just imagine that. I know it's horrible to imagine, but just for the sake of context, just imagine that. You're in a room with this beast who's obsessed with food. You can't even watch TV, man. Can't even watch cable. Like there's nothing to do except listening to her gripe and complain and moan about she needs food all the time. I'm surprised that Salah still has hair on his head. He hasn't torn it all out yet. No wonder he goes on walks by himself.
staying long periods of time in other countries is fine, but the only thing is you miss your pets and you have to worry about people taking care of them.
I don't worry about other people taking care of your pets. I worry about you taking care of your pets. You can't even take care of yourself. You don't need to have pets, period. If you're having trouble taking care of your pets and you're not independent to the point where you can take care of yourself, you got to have somebody else that'll do simple things for you. You don't need pets. So I'm not worried about who might be taking care of Julie and Harry. I'm worried about when you come back, them being back in your care.
You know, which we did manage to luck out this time, and but I don't know, like I always don't think like, okay, if we're going to be traveling, why would I get pets? But like the thing is like I cannot live without pets. Like
Yes, you can. You can live without pets. You were just fine when you gave up BBJ and Sam. You were celebrating both times you gave up your pets. You had a pizza party when you gave up Sam, who was your absolute favorite. And when you gave up BBJ, there wasn't a tear in your eye. You didn't even have the courage or the decency to hand off the pet yourself. You let Pete do it. So tell me again how much you loved your pets. Who would have a pet for many, many years, and when it's time to give them to somebody to rehome, you don't even really say a final goodbye. You let your roommate, who can't stand your cat, hand the pet off. Where was the love then? Where was it? There's no love. You looked at both your cats as just useless props, and you treated them the same way. And the only thing that made you truly upset was knowing that Frenchie and her family had BBJ. And knowing that all of your neglect, all of your misuse was going to be aired in front of the public, and there wasn't a doggone thing you could do about it. So it wasn't the missing of the pets that made you upset. It wasn't the love you were missing. It was the fact that you were going to be exposed.
I need pets in my life.
You don't.
I don't know. I can't explain it. But I think when we travel, it will just be less long. That's all. You know, you have to kind of meet like a middle road.
So, big question, Chantal. Since you are not a resident of Kuwait, nor are you going to be a resident of Kuwait, that means every few months you have to get out of Kuwait and you got to stay gone for 3 weeks. What are the preparations going to be to board your pets for almost a month every few months? Because that's basically the cycle you've set yourself on. You're not a citizen of Kuwait. You're on a visa, and you have to border hop every once in a while to renew that visa. Do you have long-standing arrangements for someone to take care of your pets while you're gone? And I'm even wondering when you go back if Julia and Harry will be around, or if you're going to make some excuse about something happening to them. Because maybe Harry's not with you anymore and Julia's back on the street.
Yeah, pets don't travel as long as if you don't have pets, I guess, kind of thing. Is this lady coming here? I'm sorry, I'm like just observing everybody living their life on the street. Trying to picture what they do every day, like what it's like to live an everyday life in Thailand. I don't really, you know what I mean? Like we're tourists here. Hair and beard era is coming. Thanks, babe.
Well, if we're going to get technical, you're a tourist in Kuwait because you don't really live there. You just keep bouncing around so you don't get caught. But you're still a tourist. Your home is in Canada. And if you could bring Salah to Canada, you'd be back in Canada because you can't bring him with you. You're trying to stick around in Kuwait for as long as possible. But you're still a freaking tourist.
You're handsome, babe. Bring your pets with you? Actually, I found a hamster backpack. It's a little purse or something. You put your hamster. The rating is so strong. Yeah. And it's like not sunny. I like that. I don't like the sun. It's too hot. Anyways. Gloria, no particular wax. No vaccines. I couldn't.
You know, Salah is in the hotel room right now, just praying that the rain lasts all night. Because the longer it rains, the less he has to deal with her.
Imagine like how hard it would be to travel during like when COVID was first out. Chantal's Cheeto dust. Let me see the shirt looks like the placemat minus the ducks. It puts in placemats. Honestly, the placemats were one of my favorite things there because they reminded me of like, I don't know, those ducks. Really? We're gonna go again to eat there, babe, for lunch. Your thoughts? Oh yeah. I would like to, babe. You love the pretend now, huh?
He didn't like it.
A hamster fanny pack. Yes. Imagine Howie. He's so cute. Me too. Or maybe 1.5. Maybe we could get one each and then split one, babe. With extra cheese. They put an extra 50 grams of cheese. For $50.
You know, so people were, I went to a few live chats and people were pointing out that during the poutine video, like something that, I'm sorry, that I missed. But so Chantal went from one side of the table to the other. So she ate her portion of poutine, and then she switched chairs with Salah so she could eat his portion. So she ate both those plates of poutine.
So $1 per cheese curd.
So Angela says, I don't think Salah really liked the poutine. No, he didn't. I could tell by the way he was eating it. Plus, if you notice, when she was asking him, like, do you like the poutine, there was a quick jump cut. So apparently he didn't like it, but they edited that part out, and she told him what to say, and that's the part she put in.
Oh, so relaxing. The rain chilling out.
Chantal's Cheeto Dust says, address purchasing a $50 suitcase to take home your $1.25 Dollar General bath mats. Yeah. Like I said, that she makes no sense to me. None. Who purchases an entire suitcase to take home cheap items that she could have gotten in Kuwait without paying the extra fees for the extra luggage?
Look at the wallet I have today. Remember this one? I found it. I don't know. It's red. My phone case is red, so it matches. Purchasing a $50 suitcase to take home your $120 general. Actually, the suitcase was very cheap as well. No, they have really, really affordable things here, including suitcases. Everywhere you look, there's suitcases for sale. Because I know people are going to buy a bunch of things to take home and they're going to need an extra suitcase. Fruit mukbang? Yeah. There's like a whole bunch of fruit carts here. It was a good change. I'm craving pasta so bad. I don't like to eat the same kind of food every day.
Liar. Yes, you do.
You know, I don't know. But yeah, I think if we went to Japan, it would have even less halal options.
Chantal, there's a country having halal options is not the problem. The problem is that you have an addiction to fast processed food. Thailand has plenty of halal options. You just don't want them. You'll eat the halal on camera and eat the haram off camera. I'm sure Japan has lots of halal options. You're going to, even if you were in Japan right now in the heart of Tokyo, you'd find the nearest McDonald's or Burger King and go straight there. You wouldn't care about healthy food. You just want what's fast and what's easy and what's familiar. You know, you're going to cling to that processed food like a security blanket and not let it go. Because you got to have that processed junk. Even though, okay, you know, I've been noticing, and I've noticed for the longest, you're not getting the same brain explosion over the processed food like you used to get. Like I remember back in the day, you doing those streams when you were still with BB, riding around the fast food joints at 3 a.m, and you take your first bite of food and your eyes roll in the back of your head. That hasn't happened in a while. In fact, you going to that poutine place, that's the first time you got that feeling, that brain explosion. You were just having a moment with yourself. But other regular fast food, it's just like your brain just kind of cuts off. So I don't even know why you're going for the fast food anymore. Because you're not getting the same high that you used to. It used to get to eat because you liked eating and because in your own way you were getting high. Now you just eat to eat and to satisfy the feedy people and to fill requests. But you're not taking the same joy that you used to.
What's in spoon feed? Yeah, babe. You were, yeah. So good. So good. What is this? Oh, what was chin hair? Imagine. I used to have a babysitter who had a chin hair this long. I'm not even kidding. It was a spider one. It was like she had a mole and spider hair like this long. Like, I don't know how that doesn't bug her. Like, hey, I'm not gonna look shame her for having a hairy mole. That's fine. I have a hairy chin. You just have gluten-free pasta? Say L? The shell pasta? Shannon. Bratty kid. His kid was a brat, by the way. Anyway, I had to like read to this kid all night to keep him calm. So whenever the kid finally went to bed, I I was starving, okay? I was starving. Like, I was so hungry since after school. Normally,
You know what, guys? We got like what, 15 minutes left. She's starting to put me to sleep. Honestly, it's like almost 4 in the morning. She's starting to put me to sleep. So she probably isn't going to say anything shocking or interesting from this point forward. So why don't we just cut it off here? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Would love to hear from you. Everybody have a great morning, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.